What are you guys doing?
We're making snow angels on the carpet.
Oi.
All right, ready? 5-minute update on the house. We're gonna burn through a lot of stuff. Next week, I'll have a more in-depth video. At this point in time, we're getting really close to the end. Our punch list is at 36 items as of today, middle of March. We're a couple days away from our goal date of wanting to finish. We're gonna do a quick walkthrough and go through what's going on in the house right now. All right, kitchen. The granite is in, the dishwasher's in, all the plumbing is in, the tile backsplash is in, all the flooring and everything is finished, all the electrical's hooked up. Got just a couple items left on the punch list. If you see orange Post-it notes around the house, those are for my buddy Todd. He's coming up this week and he's gonna do some work while I'm at the office working this week. We're starting to get furniture in. First item, dining room table and a small buffet over there. As you can see, our carpet is in. We've got a nice area rug here. Our bar stools are in. Only reason why this is all upside down like this is I'm currently working the edges of the carpet flat. Unfortunately, when you ship it to you, it gets all rolled up. But so right along this area here, we'll have a couch, table, and a love seat. And that's basically it for this area. A spot over there for firewood. We might be putting a chair in the corner, I don't know yet, but working on that. Everything else is, for the most part, finished. Dining room table, cool item on the dining room table. Currently set for 6. You pull it apart, then it's set for 8, which is nice because when you have a place like this, you entertain a lot. We have a lot of people coming out. Walking into the sunroom here. Sunroom is pretty much where it's been for the last couple weeks. I talked to a cabinet company and they're actually working on this. As you know, I'm not very good at carpentry or cabinetry in the sense of making furniture, so I designed up a hutch unit that'll go right here with some lockers and a closet, and contracted a company actually up in the Hayward area to work on it. This door was shipped to us, but unfortunately it's damaged, so we're going to get it swapped out. But we're currently working on trying to get some furniture in this space. We've got a little table over here. I like to actually sit right there and edit video and work and look out the window. This stove we've used a lot. This stove gets very, very hot, and we use it, you know, it just doesn't take up much firewood or anything like that, but definitely something to put together. Wanted to show you this. One of our viewers put this box together for me. It's a pine box with our logo on the side of it. Actually, my old man did it. He's a big fan of the channel, and he decided, hey, it'd be kind of cool to put together something for me. So he knew I needed a box to get rid of this ratty cardboard box I've been using. So he made me this really nice pine box here. Very, very cool. We've got it, you know, right next to the thing. We'll fill it with firewood, and it'll be a great addition to the space out here. We're still working on attempting to figure out furniture for out here. We're thinking maybe a chair, a table, and a little love seat of some kind, just so you can sit out here and relax. This little table kind of does dual duty. One, it's for me to work at, so when I come up here and have to work or anything like that, I can come out here. It's a nice quiet area. Summertime, have the windows open. I can look up the hill, and it's very, very cool. But nice, easy spot to work. And then, of course, our spot to hang up our stuff for our boots and for our coats and everything else. So that's awesome. Let's take you down the hall, and I'll show you what we have going down this way. For the most part, this space is finished. We've got some furniture in here that's staged. Unfortunately, one recommendation, don't buy furniture on Amazon. That's what happens to it when it gets shipped. This thing has been destroyed. And actually the company, we called them up and they said, you know what? Just burn it in your burn pile. We'll send you some new stuff. So we're good there. These two chairs are the extra chairs for the table. We've got our closet systems in the boys' room here. Everything is finished in here. Moving into the next space, the room that we've been staying in, the guest room. Coming together, carpets in. This closet system, I've just got a little bit left to do. I got to put the rod in and everything else. Hopefully I'll do that before we leave. But this space here, just got a couple little touch-ups and cleanup. And we should be good. The master bedroom. We've got our furniture in here. This is just some temporary bedding to get us by, but Mrs. W happened to find this furniture, and surprisingly enough, it was on clearance. We got a really good deal on it. A couple little scratches and dings in it, but other than that, it's in really good shape. But for up here, it looks awesome, and it works for us. We may actually swap out the bed for something a little bit smaller, but here's the master bath. I will tell you something really cool about the property. Being able to take a shower up here, no matter how novel that sounds. It's been a long time. I've been using the shower down in the basement. It's not very nice, not very clean. Having a nice shower to go take a shower in at the end of a long day of working is definitely nice. Vessel sinks work, plumbing works, toilets work. Everything in here works really good. Definitely coming together. Guest bath, I got a couple little post-its here and there on different things that need to be taken care of, like the handle on the toilet is a little loose. We got a hook we got to install here, a little bit of cleanup on the tile, but this space turned out really nice. I like how everything kind of finished out, and we got everything put together in here. Granite's in, sinks are in. Got these on discount on Amazon. Same thing with the faucets. If you can pick up a theme here, I buy stuff pretty cheap. So that's pretty much it for this space. We'll go to one other space here. I thought I'd show you this. Got this. So don't worry, I hugged it first. For all the guff that I get for cutting down trees and the forestry mulcher and everything on the property, somebody sent me a shirt that said, don't worry, I hugged it first. And then really kind of cool, you know, our logo on the arm. So a lot of fun there. Couple updates down here. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with these steps. I don't really want to finish them right now just because I think they're gonna get wrecked as we finish the lower level, but did a little epoxy work on this side. Got a lot of the stuff cleaned out on this side here. Over here, we're still waiting. This is that door that's damaged. But I got all the epoxy work done down here. That's the balance of the bed that got damaged. Here's the leftovers from doing the construction up here, my tools and everything else, trying to get that sorted out. And then our storage room is getting put together here. So extra storage door. We decided to put one on here just to kind of keep it clean, because if I end up doing some dirty stuff out in the shop area, that way our storage bins and everything will be clean in here. And then I have the same door going in over on the mechanical room. For the most part, this side of the house is done. I've got this rat's nest up here that I've got to deal with at some point in time. Probably going to build some kind of shelving unit up here to put our low voltage stuff, TV and direct TV and all that kind of stuff, but I just haven't gotten around to that. But yeah, this is the storage room. I think it turned out really good. We'll be able to put all of our different hobbies and stuff. Mrs. W has this really cool idea of this bin system. So she went to Costco and these bins were, I think, like $6 a piece. So when I built the shelves, I made sure that we could put 4 wide and 3 tall, plus then have a little space up top for some miscellaneous bins. But now we can have each of our hobbies on here. So maple syrup, you know, camping, hiking, hunting, all that kind of stuff will each be in its own bin. And then when we want to do that activity, we can get it out and go. She also had me put in a chin-up bar here because I'm gaining a lot of weight, so I got to start working out. Okay, actually, this is a shelving unit to hang some clothes on, so we can hang the seasonal clothes in here. And then these miscellaneous shelves on this side will get used for a bunch of storage of Christmas decorations and all that kind of stuff. So here's our punch list. Here's everything that's left, all broken down by room. My goal is to have all of that on that list done in the next 5 days. So between what Todd's gonna be doing, I've got the furnace guy coming back, and what I'm gonna do starting next weekend, all these items should be off the list, plus drinking beer and boiling maple syrup down next weekend. So anybody want to stop by and help me do that, let me know. Everything else on this side here is basically the same. My hope is to get this cleaned up sometime in April. We're going to take time off from about middle of March, which we are right now, all the way up till about the first or second week of May, just to kind of enjoy the place, get some furniture, and just take some time off. We're at the 200-day mark. Today marks a very special anniversary for us. We are 200 days into this project, and we've come a long way. At the end of this, I'm going to tag one of my other videos, one of the original ones that we had when we first started this. I really ask you to go take a look at that one before you go back and look at some of our other videos, so you can kind of see where we're coming from. Especially if you're new to the channel, a lot of people are wondering, like, what is this big project? What have you been doing? Over the last 200 days, I've made 18 different videos showing kind of the process and what we've been doing along the way, the troubles that we run into, the things that have gone really well, and all of it's been cataloged here on our channel. So if you get a chance, there's a playlist at the end, or one of the first episodes will be at the end of this. You can take a look at it, and it'll definitely kind of give you an idea of where we came from. One last item to show you. We changed our water system slightly in the house. So we had a company come out and test our water, and we tested fine on everything except for iron. Iron, we were 5 parts per million, which isn't too bad because most people have much higher than that. Even in some municipalities, you have a lot. But then people get water softeners, and you have to deal with changing the salt out and all the different systems. And I did some research online and figured out that we could go with 2 number 10 filters. This filter is a sediment filter because we're on a well. You want to make sure you have a sediment filter to keep that out of your system. And then the second item is a spin down iron filter. So what this will do is take 3 parts per million out of our water. So currently we're at 5 parts per million. At 2 parts per million, we pretty much won't have to deal with any staining of the bowls or fixtures. It takes the kind of funky flavor out of the water and everything else. So we added this in here in the last week. I had the plumber come back and put this piece in, but everything's plumbed in. I now put a special drain in the house too, so if I ever needed emergency water for whatever reason, I can tap right here, turn this on, and we can have a garden hose down in the basement if we need it. If I need to drain everything from upstairs for whatever reason, I need to harvest water back from our own system, I can tap into this location. I have another spigot down there that I can drain the water pressure tank, so I have probably about 100 gallons of water just sitting in the house. Well, if I ever need to get to it, it's kind of hard to. So now with this shut off here, I can shut off the well system, I can back flush the filters, but then the other thing I'm able to do is draw water back from the system. Or if for some reason I'm going to be gone for a long period of time and I'm fearful that it's going to freeze, which to be quite honest with you, we've designed the place not to have that happen. But in a what if scenario, I can always come down here, open this up, and make the house dry. Which in Wisconsin, if we have a situation where we have a really hard winter or something happens and all of a sudden we have a heating shortage or a number of other issues that potentially could cause problems for us, this system now will accommodate the ability for us to, really take advantage of what we have here and make sure we maximize it. Did it cost us a lot? No. This little valve here cost $8 to put in. This iron system, the housing for it was $30 and the filter for it was $50. That filter lasts for 2 years. So to be able to take the iron out of the water, keep all of our fixtures nice, and make the water really drinkable, between these two pieces here, I maybe have $100 to $150, but that's way cheaper than always having to buy salt for the water softener, plus the cost of the machines themselves. I mean, we were looking at water softeners, and they're as cheap as $500 all the way up to $3,000, depending on how bad your water is. So for this system, we're pretty good. One thing we have thought about doing is adding a reverse osmosis water filter for the upstairs, but at this point in time, I don't think we're going to add something like that. The well water tastes fine, and it works good for us, and we're out on the property here, and everything's fine with it. We've had everything tested, and we're completely safe, so I think we're in good shape. These two here will keep us in good shape. So definitely something I wanted to update you on though. Well, that's really it. Kind of our updates for what's going on in the house. I'd have to say I'm very happy with how everything's coming together. It's been a good project. We're coming to the end. I'm really looking forward to next weekend where we can kind of unwind a little bit and enjoy. Been doing a lot of little putsy projects like touching up the paint on all the little nicks and stuff like that, or fixing up the little spots on the wood. You know, just little things at the end that, you know, have been taking 2 or 3 weeks to get done. It doesn't seem like a lot to just touch up the paint, but to have to go around in all the rooms and just touch all the little spots where somebody nicked the wall or something like that to sharpen everything up takes a little bit of time, but definitely worth it. I appreciate you guys coming along. Like I said, Tuesdays I'm going to try to do live streams. And one other bonus is YouTube has added now the ability to live stream off of your phone. So from time to time, whenever I can, I'll do a live stream. This morning, we happen to be out at the Hayward Family Restaurant, which is up in Hayward, Wisconsin. And very, very cool deal. We set up the phone. Cameron and the wife were there, and we did a little live stream. We had 20 or 30 of our friends stop by and had breakfast with us. And we just talked about what was going on for the weekend. So watch out for these. You'll see a big logo that looks kind of like this. That basically will be our logo that we'll use for the live streams for the mobile stuff. And then every Tuesday night, I'm going to try to have a live stream with you guys with a bunch of our friends to kind of talk about a bunch of different things. So that'll be kind of a fun thing to do also. So look out for those. Other than that, I really appreciate the support. If you're new to the channel and just saw this video for the first time or just happened to find us on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you get a chance, there's a little bell next to the subscribe button, both for subscribers that are currently watching and new folks. Hit that little bell, and what it'll do is it'll send you notifications when I go mobile. That's the most important thing about it. I'm still gonna post videos from time to time every week and everything else, just like you guys are normally used to. But with that mobile feature, when I go live on mobile, your phone will beep, your computer will beep, and it'll tell you that I'm live, so you can randomly catch those moments when I decide to put up a mobile stream. If you have any questions, like I said, as always, leave them down in the comments. Otherwise, this has been the Weekend Homestead, living a simple life, one weekend at a time. Thanks for watching.